win the 600. That's a crown jewel, right? To win the 600, it's one of those races that you watch growing up, as a kid and dream of getting racing. So yeah, winning in the 600 would be super special. I definitely feel like I'll have a really good shot. JGR cars are really, really good here. So yeah, looking forward to the Cook 600. It's honestly one of my favorite races every year. Just the pageantry and everything, even just about that day with Indy 500, and then leading into our race and the pre-race festivities. Just everything about that weekend is super special and cool. So yeah, looking forward to it.
What were you looking for in today's tire test, and what do you think the tires need for the mile and a half tracks?
Yeah, I think the more we can keep this going softer and more tire fall off seems to be better. But honestly, this track just naturally wears out more than a place like Kansas or Vegas, just because the track is so much more abrasive. So yeah, I think for me, I was talking about it even earlier, like. Yeah, it's a tire test. I'm almost just more trying to get more and more acclimated with the JGR cars and just how different they drive. And, I've had to change my driving style a ton over the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks, just trying to, better suit how their cars are set up. So for me, that was a big focus today. It was nice coming off of another mile and a half just, 2 days ago. But, yeah, I think the tires were fine. I don't know what they're going to bring back. But honestly, for me, I felt like all of them relatively did the same thing as far as the fall off that we had. I thought we would have fell off maybe a little bit more, but also there's not a ton of cars here, and it's not crazy hot outside either. So I'm sure that'll change as we get into May, and then obviously with more cars here as well.
So how have you had to change your driving style?
Well, there's some secrets to it, but I think for me, just my whole entire approach has had to be different. How I approach going into the corner and what I try to focus on, specifically with just keeping the minimum speed way higher. That's something that, in the past, my car just couldn't handle doing some of the things this car can do as far as what I can do with how much throttle I can carry, and just even how I approach the corner. So that's been something that was a learning curve for sure last weekend. And then, today and even tomorrow, that's something that I've really just been trying to do better, is try to just replicate kind of what the other JGR guys do, because they obviously kind of have it figured out on a mile and a half. So that's been something that truthfully I didn't necessarily anticipate when I moved over here. It was just how much different I'd have to be doing stuff, but that's all part of trying to be better, right? Is trying to change what you're doing. I do still think that there's a certain extent of doing what comes natural is better, but JGR has won way more races than I have, so I'm just trying to do what I can to put ourselves in the best position.
Apologize, this has been asked already, but what was your reaction to seeing the 20 in your pit stall last week, or on Sunday?
Yeah, I didn't see it when it happened, but yeah, I was just rolling in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and James came over the radio and was like screaming about the left front tire, and I was like, what is going on? But yeah, I quickly learned, I looked up on the big screen, I could see that the 20 was, in our box or whatever, and I came with the radio, like, as soon as it happened, I was like, well, why are you screaming? Like, what's wrong with the left front? And they explained to me that, the 20 had a loose wheel. So yeah, super heads up, smart by the 20. Obviously I wish we could have done that with our tire, but yeah, it was crazy. I didn't even know you could do that, truthfully.
Thank you.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.